Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Mukakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Dawadah from the Men of Valor campaign, Greenville, South Carolina, coming back with another video in sincerity and in truth. Lord willing, it can be edifying. And got some news coming out. All right, I believe a brother posted this in the chat earlier. And I figured this would be a good thing to go into because this is major geopolitics, geoeconomics, macroeconomics. All right, look all those words up, terms that are used, but basically watching what's going on a global level. All right, not just within what's here in America, because these Americans, they're only concerned about what's going on in America. All right, what's going on right now? The NBA playoffs, this concert, that concert, Coachella, rap culture. All right, so the masses majority of people in America, which is Rome all over again, they're distracted by what? Bread and circus. So they don't even see, just like back in when Rome was falling, the Roman citizens were distracted that Rome was pretty much running out of money. They were pretty much coming to their end, all right, of their empire reign. But the citizens were distracted. They wouldn't revolt. I'm sure they were dealing with hyperinflation or inflation. I ain't gonna say hyperinflation, but their currency pretty much being devalued. All right, same thing. Like the scripture say, there's nothing new under the sun. So we see these same things going on right now. But these people are distracted. All right, they don't understand. If you ask the average Jake what BRICS is, they're not. What are they gonna say? What BRICS Squad? Waka Flocka's old gang or whatever. All right, they have no idea what's going on. But as the watchmen, starting with elders and apostles of GMS to the brothers and men on down, all right, we keep up with these things. All right, so we have right here from NBC or CNBC, it says TV 18, but it's CNBC. BRICS draws membership requests from 19 countries before summit. We're going to get right into the article because it's going to explain what BRICS is and who's trying to join and why. All right, and why this is important. And we're going to link it through prophecy and link it through the scriptures. So once again, Lord willing, is edifying. It says 19 countries expressed an interest in joining the BRICS group of nations as it prepares to hold an annual summit in South Africa. It says the emerging markets bloc of Brazil, all right, that's the B, Russia, that's the R, I for India, C, China, and S, South Africa. So that's where you get the BRICS from. It's an acronym of these different countries, right? It says South Africa will meet in Cape Town on June 2nd to 3rd to discuss its enlargement. Anil Suklal, South Africa's ambassador to the group, said in an interview in the city on Monday. What will be discussed is the expansion of BRICS and the modalities of how this will happen, he said. 13 countries have formally asked to join, and another 6 have asked informally. We are getting applications to join every day. So this is pretty much BRICS is a economic alliance, and it started with Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and they're in direct opposition of the U.S. And its current geopolitical as well as economic power in the world. All right, the reason why America has been such a great nation, first of all, the Lord made it so, but everybody deals with their currency. Everybody deals with the U.S. dollar because that's how oil, the petrodollar is how oil is traded. All right, is basically imported, exported, traded throughout the world. All right, and that basically means if you don't get down with what America is saying, all right, and China pretty much wants to be up next. Russia is in direct opposition against America because America is helping Ukraine, and Russia's trying to take over Ukraine to keep them from joining NATO, all right, which is pretty much spearheaded by America. That shows you that America has its tentacles upon, in the affairs of the world. They are in control. Make no mistake about it. Their military, they go around. If you don't want to deal with the U.S. dollar, think about, I think the country was Libya. I want to say it was Gaddafi. They deemed him a terrorist, came in and fucked that whole country up. in Africa because he wanted to make a currency that was pretty much backed by gold, and he had the means to do it. All right, so and that was going to undermine the U.S. economy, and that was going to undermine the U.S. dollar. So America does what they always do, and these Edomites, because America's run by Edomites, is they use their, they use their false guideline of democracy, as well as their military, all right, because that's biblical. The scripture spoke to speak about Esau receiving his blessing, by thy sword thou shalt live. So best believe his descendants lived by that sword. That's how they were able to take down Gad, with the gauntlet guns and whatnot, because Gad and Reuben were very skilled warriors, man. All right, but the Lord had us fall. But nonetheless, that's how America's been ruling. All right, so you have countries that are finally getting tired of the big bad bully, and they're starting to stand up to him. So the fact that you have 19 countries that are pretty much thinking about joining, all right, I did a video on one which is major in Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia has been America's pretty much number one oil ally. All right, when it comes to dealing with that oil, man, and they're saying they don't want to be economically dependent on America anymore. So they're thinking about joining BRICS. Who else? Mexico wants to join BRICS, because I don't know if they're going to mention all of them. All these different countries, which means what? You have BRICS and against pretty much NATO. All right, because not only, you can call it the G7, which are pretty much Edomite nations, man. All right, NATO and the EU are Edomite nations, are Edomite countries. You have all these, now Russia is Edomites as well, but they're joining up, against America, because that's biblical prophecy, man. See, if you have the spiritual eyes to see and hear, you see that America's dominance in the earth is waning. Now, if you go tell the average Edomite this, they're so fucking proud that they don't even see it. They don't see it. They don't want to acknowledge it. But people that are actually paying attention, they're seeing that this is the fall of Rome all over again, man. This bitch is on his last foot. All right, this place is not going to last forever. These damn Edomites, these people, they're proud as hell, man. Like the scriptures say, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. And that's not the case. The Lord is raising up these different nations to come up against America, Babylon the Great. So this is beautiful to see, man. All right, it says China initiated a conversation about expansion when it was BRICS chair last year, and the world's second biggest economy tries to build a diplomatic clout to counter the dominance of developed countries in the United Nations. The proposed enlargement triggered concern among other members that their influence will be diluted, especially if Beijing's close allies are admitted. China's gross domestic product is more than twice the size of all 4 other BRICS members combined. So they have the number 2 economy. They also have a strong military presence. Russia also has a strong military presence. So this, we already see right now it's an economic pact, but best believe it's going to turn into a military pact. You're going to have BRICS versus pretty much NATO and the EU, and America being the spearhead of that. That's what we're seeing coming to pass. And it's going to shake up, the whole economic scene, of the world. And eventually it's going to be militarily. It says the foreign ministers from the 5 member states have all confirmed they'll attend the discussions in June, Suklal said. In addition to its membership, they will also discuss hotspots, including Sudan, where a conflict between the army of a paramilitary force continued for a 10th day on Monday. Since the formation of the BRICS in 2006, so this isn't even something new, but they've been catching a lot of steam lately. The group has only admitted 1 new member, South Africa, in 2010. Saudi Arabia and Iran are among the countries who formally asked to join, Suklal said in February. So, real short article, short, sweet, to the point. But looking at this with a spiritual lens, we see that this is more proof that America's done. These countries don't want to deal with America anymore. They're joining up against it, and it's going to fall, man. So there's no necessarily deep breakdown on this. We're going to go right to the scriptures, because the scriptures speak about the fall of America, man. And the main one that comes to my mind in Jeremiah 51, as we always bring out, but it hits the point home, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 6. It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon. All right, meaning this is New Babylon, virgin daughter of Babylon, as is also called. This isn't ancient Babylon. All right, it says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. And this isn't telling you to get a plane ticket and fly to damn Egypt or some shit. No, this is spiritually detached from this place, as we've been commanded to do. All right, because why would you want to? It's just like you ever watch that movie, The Titanic? The conductor, or the, what do they call it? The fucking captain. He went down with the ship, as well as the pretty much the engineer behind it. Because they were so proud to say that, the ship would never sink, and the Lord sunk that bitch. they said the Titanic is so strong, God Himself cannot sink this ship. Hey, joke's on you. That's your fucking pride. Well, same thing with America. They say, America's never going to go down. So if we know, and we have more sure word of prophecy, and we know America's going to fall, it would behoove you to detach from this place. Yeah, we got jobs. Yeah, we got bills. But at the end of the day, we're ready to forsake all of these things because we can't take it with us. And it's ultimately all going to be destroyed in a thermonuclear destruction. Right? It says, verse 7, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, and the Lord used America. The Lord raised, like it says in, I want to say, it's in Romans the 9th chapter. All right, let me see real quick. I don't want to misquote it. The Lord raised up. Yeah, it is. The Lord raised up Pharaoh, back in Egypt to show His power. Same thing He's doing in America. Let me get the scripture real quick. Yep. Romans chapter 9 and verse 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. So the Lord is about to really declare His name throughout all the earth, because, hey, this deliverance is going to outshine Egypt, which is still spoken about to this day. So the Lord allowed America to, and Esau to pretty much, all this new technology, these cars, these planes, all this, these cell phones, internet, all this shit, it's a great kingdom. You can't deny that. This is more technologically advanced pretty much than ever. For a long time, it was horses and chariots. All right, the Lord allowed these vehicles, and this is all the Lord's technology, but it's still low level. But it's still more advanced than these previous civilizations and kingdoms that reign. So the Lord allowed this place to be great. So people trust in it. All right, but we're here to tell you, according to the Spirit and according to prophecy, that this place is going to be destroyed. So it will behoove you to spiritually depart from it. Right? It says, verse 7 again, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. So the Lord has used America for a purpose, like the scripture say, the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. That's why you have all these damn, they call, as westernized, meaning Americanized, really, these women, pretty much getting out of line in the Middle East where they've had order for thousands of years, man, pushing the whole alphabet soup, amongst the different nations and whatnot, pushing America's agenda. They done this to pretty much the whole world, and they're pissed off about it. Not only are they pissed off about it, they've also pretty much been laden, with iniquity, and wickedness by following after this devil. So it says, verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. And this is the Lord being facetious right here. All right, if so be, put some Vaseline on, put some Neosporin on this place, put a Band-Aid. If so be, it may be healed. See, people are trying to say, that's what Trump's whole campaign is about, make America great again. See, they're trying to put America back on that lofty estate that it once was, that it's rapidly losing. And a major sign that it's rapidly falling is the BRICS alliance coming up against them in a big way, man. So if so be, she may be healed. Verse 9. It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. So, hey, forsake this bitch, man. Spiritually forsake this place. And these nations are going to end up not wanting to deal with America. And we see that going on right now. Right now. So I just wanted to bring out that information. Lord willing, it was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Kakadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Till next time, Shalom.